Welcome to Reaching for the Moon, hosted by me, Ed Grace. For those of you that don't know me, I worked on the Apollo program for 10 years while at MIT, and I was a member of the Apollo 13 mission operations team that was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom for getting the Apollo 13 astronauts safely back to Earth. Before we start talking about lunar landers today, I have an update on the Artemis III mission. During our lecture last time, we didn't know whether or not the Orion spacecraft was going to dock with the gateway, the Artemis gateway, or whether it would be a direct landing on the moon similar to the Apollo missions. NASA's Office of Inspector General conducted an audit recently to assess what extent the Artemis gateway elements, PPE and HALO, are meeting schedule, cost, and performance goals, and issued a report last week that concluded the gateway likely will not be in a position to support a 2024 lunar landing. NASA's Artemis program will officially respond to the audit report in the near future. Shown on the screen and in the comments below is a link to the Office of Inspector General report, and it's titled NASA's Management of the Gateway Program for Artemis Missions. After I read the Office of Inspector General report, which was very critical on the Artemis program management, it reminded me of an incident that happened to me early days of Apollo. MIT Draper Lab, where I was working, we had a contract with NASA to design and develop the mission and system software for the Apollo guidance computer. Our software schedule started to fall behind. NASA got very unhappy, and they scheduled a review meeting at our offices in Cambridge. I was just a young kid at that time, very inexperienced, and I attended the meeting. But I knew something was wrong when all of the top brass from NASA started filing into the meeting room, and these were people I only knew by name. NASA accused us, MIT, of treating this project, the Apollo project, like a research project and not applying proper program management tools. Well, in actuality, it was a research project. No one had ever done this before. However, during the meeting, we came to an agreement with NASA on the ways to approach their issues. Life went on, and we had a very successful Apollo program. We will keep you updated on the Artemis program's response. As we have previously mentioned, NASA's contracted for 3 Phase 1 Artemis Human Landing Systems. That's with Blue Origin, Dynetics, and SpaceX. Today we're going to look at the Blue Origin proposed Human Landing System. Blue Origin refers to their team as the national team, which will develop, build, and fly the 3-stage spacecraft, which is based on Blue Origin's previous work on the Blue Moon cargo landing system. Blue Origin will oversee the development of the descent element to perform a precision landing with the astronauts. Lockheed Martin will build the ascent element, which will lift the crew off the moon's surface and rendezvous with the Orion spacecraft. The ascent element can be reused for multiple trips to the moon's surface and back. Northrop Grumman will supply a transfer element to maneuver the lunar lander from a high orbit around the moon, where the Orion and Gateway will be located, to a lower altitude in preparation for landing at various locations on the lunar surface. Draper Laboratory will lead development of the lander's avionics and guidance systems. Recently, the Blue Origin national team assembled a mock-up of their human landing systems at Johnson Space Center. I've got a short clip of the mock-up, which is located in the same area where the Apollo simulators and mock-ups were located when I was working on the Apollo program. Here's the clip.
The Artemis program is critical to the future of humanity. We are landing the first woman and next man on the moon.
The mock-up is a full-scale replica of the system that we are going to be sending to the lunar surface in 2024.
This is going to allow NASA's astronauts in Houston to get first-hand experience of our design so that they can start to give us feedback. The mock-up represents our first effort as a national team to integrate among Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Draper, and Blue Origin.
We believe the national team combines the best of breed from all of the talent within the U.S.
The architecture is really comprised of three major elements: the ascent element, the descent element, and the transfer element. We, Lockheed, are building the ascent element. It's where the crew is housed.
The transfer element is to transfer the lunar lander down to the surface of the moon.
The descent element built by Blue Origin is really a game-changing moon landing vehicle. That's leveraging 3 years of experience that Blue has been working to allow a sustained human presence for decades to come by using lunar resources. It's supporting the ability to have a sustaining presence on the moon and the ability to use the moon's resources to continue to expand humanity's footprint on the moon.
As a partner in the national team, Draper will provide guidance, navigation, and control, avionics, and software systems. Our contributions draw on the systems we developed for NASA and the Apollo program when America first landed on the moon 51 years ago.
We went to the moon with Apollo, and we want to be part of the human landing system that goes back to the moon to stay.
This is humanity's ultimate challenge. And in order to pull this off, it takes a team.
We are designing a vehicle that will be able to ensure humanity has a permanent presence on the moon.
Exciting times are coming. Brings back memories to me of working with astronaut Gene Cernan on Apollo 13 in that building. In early 2021, NASA will evaluate how each lander concept evolves before picking a final design. Depending upon funding, NASA could pick 2 or 3 designs to go forward with. That's all for the Blue Origin system today. In the next video, we'll discuss the Dynetics Human Landing System. If you like today's video, give us a like. Hit or smash the subscribe button. That way you'll receive an email every time Reaching for the Moon posts a new video. But remember always, failure is not an option. Thank you for watching. Bye.